Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our virtual celebration for Kinship Awareness and our Caregivers of the Year. My name is Anne Marie Sorrell, and I am your host this morning. I'm extremely excited to feature some of the amazing organizations that are providing various services and resources for caregivers. And we are also going to be celebrating several of our caregivers here today. So without further ado, we're going to start our introduction of all of the partner agencies that are involved in Kinship Awareness. And we'll start with Broward Health.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Heather Wolf, and I'm the Vice President of the Ambulatory Division here at Broward Health. And I am very proud to support the Kinship Cares initiative here at our Community Health Services program. In 2006, I was very unexpectedly blessed with the gift of my great niece, and I've had her ever since. So I am a proud kinship mom to my 15-year-old daughter, I call her Eliana. And I know personally how challenging it can be to have something unexpected like that happen in your family, where you have to scramble and figure out how to be a kinship mom for me very quickly. And one of the greatest challenges I had at the time was healthcare, because Eliana was born with some challenges, and I needed to make sure that I got her the care she needed quickly. And as a registered nurse, that was really important to me. And I didn't have a program in the state of Massachusetts like we have here in Broward County, like the Kinship Cares Initiative. So what's so important about the Kinship Care Initiative? Our amazing program director, Phyllis Harris, helps families in need get connected to the healthcare that's so important. Everything from helping families actually get on a healthcare plan to providing those kinship children primary care, back to school vaccinations, education on chronic illnesses that we as kinship families might not know anything about. And I'm so very, very proud of the work that we do in the communities. And we're very connected to our fellow community partners who help us serve those patients in this unique way. So I honor all of the kinship families. I know firsthand you could be dealing with a heartbreak, a disappointment, and have to pull yourself together and care for these children in a moment when you might be hurting. And so this month is so important to honor each and every one of you, and I'm incredibly proud to be a part of it. And if you need any information about our services, you can go to browardhealth.org/Kinship Cares, or you can call our incredible program director, who I'm so proud to work with, Phyllis Harris, and her phone number is 954-793-5957. Thank you all for all you do, and take care.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Moreno, and I'm the CEO for Harmony Development Center. I'm here to introduce to you our amazing Kinship program. Through our Kinship program, we provide services to maintain stable homes for children being raised by a relative or non-relative caregiver when biological parents are unable to do so. We provide advocacy, legal aid, services coordination, and support. Kinship Awareness Month is important because it's an opportunity to share the critical role that kinship families play in keeping our children safe and connected with their communities. Kinship Awareness Month is important also because it gives us a platform to promote awareness in our community and honor the tremendous contribution of our kinship caregivers. If you want to learn more about our kinship program or would like to get involved, please visit us at www.harmony1.org. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Mark Dogie, and I'm one of the leaders at Kids in Distress. Kids in Distress has been providing kinship services throughout Broward County since 2006 through the generous funding of the Children's Services Council of Broward County. One of the things that we recognized very early on in our community-based programs was the number of relative caregivers that were caring for their children throughout South Florida. And so we launched our kinship program as an initiative to be able to partner with families through a strength-based and empowering approach to ensure that kids were able to stay with family. Family is one of our core values at Kids in Distress, and we completely believe that it's important for children to be able to stay with family members, even if it's an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent. And we are here to celebrate all of our relative caregivers throughout the month of September because of the important role that they play, not only in their family, but throughout the community. Why is kinship important? Because it's important for children to be able to bond with those family members and stay with those family members, and to avoid some of the costly alternatives that come with children that may go into out-of-home care, like foster care, or other alternatives. It's so important for kids to be able to stay with their roots and be able to stay with those other family members. What our call to action today is to recognize all of those kinship caregivers throughout South Florida. There's thousands of children throughout our community who are staying with grandparents, and let them know that they're not alone. There are several agencies out there that partner together. We believe in collaboration, and so one of the things that is very important in our kinship level of care is the fact that there's so many resources for our relative caregivers. Case management, respite, parent education, peer support with those family members and those grandparents who are in a similar situation. We also partner very closely with legal aid to ensure that the legal services that those kinship caregivers need are available on an immediate basis. We're here to say and shout from the rooftops to make sure that kinship relatives and kinship caregivers know that they're not alone. There is support out there, and we are here as partner agencies to uphold, empower, and reach all those caregivers to ensure that children are well taken care of.
Hello, my name is Laura Costa. I'm the supervisor of the Memorial Kinship Program. The Kinship Program is extremely important because, as you've already heard, the resources for kinship caregivers are extremely limited. And through the Kinship Program, we're able to connect these caregivers, whether it's aunts, uncles, grandparents, brothers, sisters, that are caring for their grandchildren, nieces, nephews, to the resources that may not be readily available for them. As you may not know, grandparents, aunts, uncles don't have the proper legal rights to their grandchildren or their brothers and their sisters. And we work closely, as you've heard, with legal aid and Kids in Distress and Broward Health to get the resources that they need, whether it's connecting them to in-home family counseling, medical services, evaluations that they may not necessarily be able to get at that time. Getting them into school might be difficult. So those resources that they need that might be overshadowed. The Kinship Program is extremely important because, as you've heard, these are our unsung heroes, and they are out there doing the work every single day that they deserve the recognition. So Kinship Month is extremely important. This past month of September, because we want to acknowledge what they do, everything that they do, and all the hard work that they are out there just doing everything for their kids and just making sure that they are safe and have the right resources. So we are here for them, and we want to make sure that they are recognized. So Kinship is an amazing program, and if you want to know more, please look into Memorial Community Youth Services, where we have a multitude of resources that we can assist and provide services for you.
Hi, I'm Liz Myers from Mental Health America of Southeast Florida. And MHA has been providing kinship services through the Children's Services Council we're starting on our 4th year. Working with our kinship families is so rewarding because of how much they appreciate the support and the services that they receive. So one of our focuses is finding the kinship families that are working with have families that have parents that are incarcerated. So that's our special kind of avenue that we're trying to find, because there's so little support for them. And I believe that is, I think for all of our kinship families, just knowing how much there are others out there that are going through the same thing is probably the most important part of the awareness. So that's what we're about. So thank you.
Hey, good morning. My name is Gloria Gonzalez from Harmony Development Center. And today, Kinship is a year-round selfless job. And we acknowledge and celebrate those who had this great responsibility. I would like to say thank you to all those families who help them out just to raise those kids. Also for those immigrants kids that coming over here, and the grandparents and the family members help them out just to adjust to this country. What is the rights that they have over here too. So thank you so much, Kinship families, to help them out with those kids to come to this country, and everybody, all those kids that they don't have the parents, the biological parents with them. Thank you, Kinship families. Thank you, CSE, for funding this great, great, great program. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our partners. Now we want to celebrate those who give so selflessly, and that the various partners that you've heard from today, they're the ones that are standing by the families and providing them with so many needed resources and information and support. And so we want to really hear from some of our family members today. So I am going to introduce a couple of people momentarily. Chrissy, how are you? You have to unmute yourself, Chrissy.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem at all. So I just have a couple of questions for you. How long have you been a kinship caregiver?
We've been with Kinship around about 3.5 months.
Okay, wow, so fairly new.
Yes.
Okay. And what is the kinship program mean to you?
It has really been a lifesaver for us. And just to know that there are people out there that care and really hear your heart,
Yeah, that's amazing. And what is the greatest or best thing of being a kinship caretaker?
I've encountered a lot of agencies, and it's always been made to be about the children. The children was the only one that mattered. But with Kinship, I've learned that it's just not about the kids, but the whole unit. And as being a caretaker, making sure that caretaker is healthy, mentally, emotionally. And so it's really been an experience to know that we're not alone out here, and that someone really hear us and see us, and not just the children in the forefront.
Absolutely. Well, it has to be a holistic approach, right?
Right.
Absolutely. And so how have the kinship service impacted your family?
Well, we've been through a lot, and caretaking one of the kids that we have, and it's been a breath of fresh air. Like the things that they have, the activities, and what we've been locked in, and it really made us refocus the family. Like spending time is essential, being around each other and learning how to get along with each other on the outside as well as the inside. So they've made like activities where, and we've experienced things that we never experienced as far as the drive-in. So the kids are excited. So it's really been life-saving for us,
Wow.
and us to really know that how important it is to spend time with family, and you can talk and hear things with one another. Not everything is just tension. So we've learned how to enjoy and have fun you know, and I'm grateful for that. I'm extremely grateful for that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us this morning.
Thank you.
All of these organizations will continue to be here for you and your family. So thank you for sharing your story, Chrissy.
Thank you for receiving us.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we will be joined by Saul Guzman.
Hello.
Hi, Saul. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us this morning. So how long have you been a kinship caregiver?
Since December 2019.
Wow. Wow. And this year has been very challenging. So I can imagine going into what we've come into this year. What does the kinship program mean to you?
Well, I can think of 3 words. It's hope, help, and great.
Oh,
It's very good. It's a good program. It helps us caregivers, helps parents for these kids. And that's most important, the kids.
absolutely. What is the greatest or best thing of being a kinship caregiver?
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to love and care for these kids and cherish them and make sure you give them all the love you can.
Absolutely. I feel the love right now. Like I feel it. So how has the kinship services impacted your family?
It impacted me and my wife in a very special way. It's a joy. It's a joy for us to do this. And it's a joy that we can give love, we can care for a child and give him everything he needs to be a grown up and a decent person.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. And again, all the organizations here are here for you and your family. Whatever you need, the resources that they can continue to help you with. So thank you so much for taking time out of your morning to be with us and share your story. And we celebrate you. We celebrate your family today and every day. So thank you so much for all you do.
And thank you. I thank you too, and I appreciate everything you guys do for me and my family and the child. I really
Absolutely.
do. We're very happy with this program.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Continue to have a great Saturday, Saul.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Thank you. All these stories are making me tear up. And next, we're going to have Miss Eliza Graham. Hi, Eliza.
Good morning again. How are you?
I am wonderful. Your smile is so contagious, so it makes the morning even better.
Well, I was listening to some of the testimony, which is so true. And it really touched your heart that you have people in this world that really care for kids and want to see them succeed and want them to thrive and grow in the right resourceful way. You know, there's going to be a little challenging, but you can deal with it when it come up. So I'm just enjoying everybody.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that spirit this morning. And how long have you been a caregiver yourself?
Oh wow. My grandchildren, one is 12 and one is 9, since they were babies.
Wow.
Since they were babies, I was taking care of them. You know, the parents was in and out, but 99% of the time it was me. And I thank God I was here for them and could help them, you know, go through the little changes that they went through. I had some challenges at first, like I said before, but with the service of the kinship program, that really helped me a lot. Because when I started, if I go over, let me know. When I started going to like the meetings, I was so touched, like the gentleman said before me, that they cared about the grandparent, the caregiver, the maternal parent, the whole family. It just wasn't the kids, it was everybody involved. And I was so amazed. I learned a lot because, you know, being a grandmother, this is my first trip around. And so it was very helpful to me. Gave me a new perspective on life about the kinship program and about the direction that I wanted my grandkids to go in, which was a positive, healthy direction. So I really appreciate the service that I received. You know, they was very caring caregivers, workers that was very loving, very supportive.
Absolutely. So, what is the greatest thing of being a caregiver, Eliza?
Peace of mind, mental stability, focus. That's all I can think of right now, those three things.
Well, those are three amazing things. Those
Yeah,
are great.
because, the person who's doing the caregiving, our mental stability, our comfort have to be in line where we can help kids and be stronger for them and let them see, they can see you cry a little bit, not all the time. You let them see it all the time, but they be like, Grandma, why are you crying so much? But, that's just the way I feel.
Well, I think Eliza might have frozen for a moment, but I think we can feel her heart. We can feel the love that she has for her grandchildren and that she pours into them every day. And so, Eliza, we just want to thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you.
Did you get out of that? Because we're having a little trouble. It's raining out there quite a bit.
No problem. We did capture the essence of what you're saying. And what I was saying is that, we thank you for, what you're doing. And I'm sure your grandchildren love you to pieces. Just feeling your love through the phone for the, through this broadcast for them, and seeing it in your spirit makes me really smile, makes my heart smile this morning.
That's who I am. I try to be real.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. Again, all of the partners here will continue to be here for you and your family and continue to provide the services that you need. So thank you for sharing with us this morning.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to meet everybody, and I'm so thankful to them. And I pray that the program continue to go on and, get bigger and get more resources and everything that you need. How about that?
All right. Sounds great.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Next, we are joined by Sherry Lewis. Hi, Sherry.
Hello. How are you this morning?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Great to be with you guys today.
Awesome. So how long have you been a kinship caregiver?
Actually, since September of last year. So just a month over a year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And what does the kinship program mean to you?
Oh my goodness. When you lose the loss, if you've experienced the loss of a loved one, that's a very tragic time. And of course, when you're bringing a child into that experience, it's even more, your emotions run high. So you, as a caregiver, you pretty much don't know where to start. So when KCI stepped in and gave me all the resources I needed to not only make the child whole, but my family whole, that is something that, oh, wow, you can't even imagine having those resources there to help you make that smooth transition.
Absolutely. Well, you said a key word, making the family whole. And it's really great that we have so many great organizations out here to do just that. What is the greatest or best thing about being a kinship caretaker?
The love that you're able to experience as well as give is very rewarding. I so much appreciated the person-to-person contact and support, and that they would come to my home to make sure I had all of the resources that I needed. That was very invaluable in every detail, from providing Medicaid, financial support. The child needed a doctor. How did I know if the child had their shots? So they were there to provide all those different steps. So that person-to-person contact and support was quite invaluable.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, you've kind of touched on how it's impacted your family. Is there anything you want to add to how the program has impacted your family?
Well, I can kind of conclude with this. I really do believe that strong communities are made up from strong families. And so the KCI program, as well as the Kids in Distress, you know, that's their goal, is to make the family strong. So during that darkest time of my life, I'm so grateful to them for all of the love and support. And I would encourage anyone out there who is experiencing these same circumstances to really seek out their help, because I'm eternally grateful for being a part of their family.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sherry, for sharing your story. As with everyone else this morning, again, my heart just really smiles at just the fact that, you know, you're able to become a caretaker in sometimes the most tragic moments, but being able to show the love that you've done for you and your family, and then having the support of these partners, it's no words to express how we want to just continue to celebrate you and the other caregivers and so many other caretakers around South Florida. We just want to continue to celebrate you all. So this morning was definitely about you and sharing your story. So thank you so much. No, we thank you. Continue to have a great morning, Sherry.
You too. My pleasure.
Thank you. So you've heard from just families who give selflessly to their family members, to their kinship, and the partners who are providing so many needed resources and services. And we're going to close with bringing all of the partners back, so that way you can learn more about how you can get involved, but you can also learn about how and what they've done to celebrate Kinship Month, which is the month, Kinship Awareness Month, which is the month of September. So we're going to bring all of the partners back on. Those stories were amazing. The work you do, it's I can't even describe it after hearing their stories. So to close us out, I just wanted to get you guys to give us a few last words on what you've done this month, why Kinship Awareness is important, and how others can continue to celebrate our kinship caretaker families. And I do believe we're just missing Phyllis, so let me just make sure that she joins us. So give me one moment. Caretaker and all right, so Phyllis is here. You all can take it away. Give me one moment.
Hey guys, I guess I'll start. Again, Mark Dogie from Kids in Distress, and I think the most important messaging that we want to get out there is that, you know, all of us as partners in social services are really a key player for kinship families as well. We serve as a safety net for those relative caregivers in the community who might think that there's nowhere else to turn. You know, one of the calls to action that we want to get out there is that we not only relative caregivers can seek out our services, but if you're a teacher or you're a victim advocate in a police department, or if you're any community representative, you know, let those kinship caregivers know that there is a significant safety net out there for those families to ensure that there's services, there's support, there's encouragement, because there's no greater core value than family. And if we can encourage caregivers to care for those kids and empower them and support them and make sure they have all the resources needed to make sure that kids are healthy and safe, we've done our job. And it's really our privilege to be able to provide that services to families in the community. Again, we do this through a collaborative approach. Not one of us are doing it alone, and that's what the same messaging we want to get out to our caregivers, is that they're not alone. We are all here to support them and help them and make sure that they have everything that is needed to provide care for the kids that they've so boldly and so bravely taken care of.
What's so amazing is when you hear the stories, sometimes we don't even realize the effects we have on families until after the fact. And hearing the stories and knowing that we've touched lives is priceless. I know the awareness campaign is dedicated to educating, supporting, and celebrating the remarkable work that is being done every day by these local unsung heroes. And we thank them.
Yes, thank you. And as part of the Kinship campaign, we've hosted Zoom cafes, which have been weekly online sessions discussing the very issues that concern kinship caregivers. We've recognized Kinship Caregivers of the Year, and we've organized a media campaign highlighting local kinship families. We've hosted a food and diaper drive, a distribution event for our culminating event, and we're continuing to support our caregivers even after the month of September and so forth. So please join us, and thank you so much for joining us today. We will continue to praise our unsung heroes every single day for all the work that you guys do.
Good morning, I'm Cindy Ruiz from Harmony Development Center. You know what they say, it takes a village to raise a child, and we are here for those grandparents and legal guardians to assist them to raise and help the children that are in need, not just the children, also the legal guardians and grandparents. And thank you everyone for joining us and watching this live cast.
Hi, and I'm Phyllis Harris from the Kinship Cares program at Broward Health, and I've joined these unsung partners. So if you know someone in need of any services, please reach out and we will assist them in getting the care, the services, and the resources they need. Thank you for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you.